And the name of the students, they have names. The subjects they are doing, let's say economics. So now let's just form any other names. So now we have these names. Now the tests, we have economics tests. Let's call it test and exam. Instead, the tests and the exam. Now they have total. So we want to put remark for their exams. The remark for their exams. So now, first of all, we need to make this in be compatible with the lines. Now, this is it. We have these three things, four conditions. First thing for them to the test is 30 marks, is 30 points or 30%, while the exam is 70%. So it's 70%. Sorry, mistake. 70%. So now the total is 100. The total is 100%. The total is 100. So now the remarks in our head now is that we want to know anybody that score. We are talking, okay, the number of students we have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do count. If you use the condition count to know the number of students, count, yeah, count this for us. Sorry. Okay, sorry. It should be count alphabet, not count count alphabet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the number of students you have here is 8. As you can see, from the top, we have a number of students to be 8. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm okay.
So how do I get the number of students? Let me move first. So I use a formula which is count alphabet. It is called count alphabet. So they used to write count alphabet as if I write it equal sign count. So we have two type of count. You have count for numbers. We have count for alphabet. So count for alphabet. So we have also count blanks. You also have count if. This is conditional statement. Count ifs as well. The count. So you're counting database conditions. They say this. So majorly we use count. And now because I'm dealing with the alphabet. This is an alphabet or character word. As a address. So where I was use I'm to use what count A as count alphabet, which is what this blue line is showing you. So that's what give us this. If you check the formula, you will see If you check this formula now, it is count alphabet. If I add someone name again, let's add Shola. So if you have Shola now, Jake Lake, we have Boats Lee, we have um Thompson, Mark, Thompson May. Let's say we have this now. Now this is the number of students we have currently. You can also add another name. You can say Drake, the Dan. You can say Bliss, Jake. You can say V, Carius. You can say Aris, Ari. So you can say Mark, Ife. You can say Brooke, 9. Now, these are the students we have. Now, as like I said, what is the number of students? We don't know now because the condition that we have a number of students that is more longer than before. So for us to look for the number of students, we can adjust it and say, okay, able to check it to this place. So there can be an error now. Let me clear it. So count alphabet rather, not if. We have count alphabet. So we want to know the number of students we have in a class. So like this now, I close the bracket, enter. So now it's telling me that I have 18 students in the class now. It's telling me that I have 18 students in this class. And the subject they are offering is economics. Subject. So economics. Now, we want to know, we want to give them, remember, the condition is that if you get below 50, you fail. If you get above 50, you pass. Once you get below 50, your total is below 50, you failed. But when your total is above 50, you pass. So now, let us give them the conditions. Based on this, we said Ishola John, out of 13 in class, he has 15. We have 29. This person get 20. This one get 19, 17, 2. We have one that have 6. We have 7. We have 17, 18. We have one that have 25. We have 12. We have 10. We have 22. Sorry. Sorry. 22. We have 14, 19. We have 20. We have 21, 24, then 29. Now, these are the tests of the student. Now, the exam of the student. The exam of the student. I will check the exam of the students. So out of 70%, remember this thing also has to be in percentage. So what did I do to provide to percentage? Let me even start from there. What did I do to add percentage to these things? I think you can hear me. What will I do to add percentage to this thing? What formatting needs to be done to also add the percent sign on this thing? Because
go to
we
general.
general,
We
okay,
go to
good.
general.
Okay.
Then we see-
This one,
Uh,
I can't hear you.
yes, yes.
If you go to general, I'll press percentage. This is what it brought out.
Can we apply what you taught me the other time?
What is that? I'm asking you. My system
Now,
is
not going again.
the system. Now it's now in percentage. What are we going to do?
Press that in under the percentage. So that
My system. Great, I'm coming. So we are back here. So when you put this, you can't reduce. You can't reduce because what is at the back is a sign, not a figure. So it's not seeing it as a decimal. It's not seeing it as a decimal. So you can't reduce it. So the reason why I asked you to look at it is that this is just a store where many people get it like there's a way we do this. It's complicated issue. Most time we convert it, so we do a conversion rate. We do a conversion rate. Look at this. Let's do something now. If I have written 0.15, let's say like this now, and I'll go to general here and I'll put percent. You can see it. It's what it does. You see what it does.
Please, can you do it again?
Okay, I'm coming. Let me undo it. Now, look at it. Let's say I just changed I started with 0.29, 0.29, sorry, 0.29, 0.20, 0.18. Now, all of these are are like this. If I put the cursor on percentage, look at what it has. You see what it brought us for us. Everybody was written in percentage because to them they multiplied every figure here by 100. All of this was multiplied by 100 immediately. The same thing goes there too. They all multiply this by 100. But the other, so you can see that he converted it to 15% immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
So but if you put this in this condition, it will also multiply it by 100. So which means you just have to just leave it in that condition. That okay. Once we get to that complicated side of Excel, we now start doing measure that we just as we're pressing it 15, you see it coming out as 15%. But we can only do that when you are done with the remark because it will affect your remark situation. That's why it's complicated. You can when you are done, you can now go back and go and be doing your what's it called professionalism skills when you have done with your remark because this is what the school want to see. They want to see the remark of the student. Did they pass? How many people fail? What's the average of their score? What's the maximum? Who got that in the person that scored the largest answer? The best overall best for the test, for the exam. So we need to look for all of that. Now, the examination time now, we have 70%. So we want to look. Remember, if you score less than 50, you fail this course. That is the rule of the school. Also, have that you fail this course. So let's believe we'll be having someone who pass more than the people who fail, because that's the plan of everybody. Now, we have got to the end of it. We want to have the total, the student total. So sum and okay, let's do this way first. So this person got 75. Can you see what I did?
Yes.
Okay. What other way do you think we can do it for us to get 75? What other way do you think we can do it?
What did you say?
Like now, what I did now, I said, let me undo it. Maybe that will be better. This place now, I said equals to
Yes.
sum, and the sum was brought out, which is this.
Okay.
I click on
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
So I click on this as well.
Okay.
Then I press enter. It gives me
Okay.
75. We can also do it the other way around. Instead of using sum, I can just do
Okay.
equal sign.
Okay.
This plus normal plus
Okay.
this then is still give us the same answer.
Okay. What about if we highlight both together, then enter auto sum? Is that advisable?
No. Auto sum is you don't use auto sum on a conditionals work. Auto sum is just like you are done with everything. You want to know the total of everything. Auto sum is that
Okay.
you are done. So you want to know the total of everything. That's what you use auto sum for. Not auto sum between a workings like this. You will have a lot of issues.
Okay.
So you are within a working, you are not done. So you can hear the word auto. It's automatic summation. It means that you just want that you can also do it there, but auto sum is not advisable. Just press sum. If you put auto sum, let's even try it. Let's try it. You see now. Let's say we align these two and put auto sum. It will do it. It will do it for you. It's actually do it. You can see it. Auto
We might
sum.
have at the end of the day.
A madam of the issue. Yes, that's one crazy thing about AutoSum. AutoSum is majorly good for when you are done like this now.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, total of everything now, total of everything. So that's just it. That's what AutoSum is very good at. It's very good at that one.
Okay.
So, so then I'll close everybody. So this is what we have now. Now this is it. It's not time for us to look for
So you just highlighted everything together and you do the normal thing and everything, the result of everything.
yeah, just automatic. It will come up since there's a formula already here. So
And I've highlighted. All right.
So what I just press this to do everybody film, sharp, sharp. So now we have seen, the data set is easily to what to say, okay, this one part, this one fail. But it will be better for us to have a condition to know those who pass and those who fail. Because once we are getting below 50, you have failed this course. But when you get above it, you've passed this course. Now, let's now look at it. The if condition. If look up, this one is this one is different from the one I taught you last time. If the total, which is this one, is greater than 50. It's greater than 50. It's greater than 50. Abi? If
Yes.
the total is greater than 50, or the total is less than, or the total is less than, or we can say, okay, I'm coming. It's just one condition. I don't want it to go there. If
Okay.
greater than 0, okay, or
Better. Or
or um E50 as well is E5, Abi? I think it's E5.
yeah.
E5 is equals to E5 rather is less than is less than 50. So return with, okay, no, we cannot use all here. It's not giving what I want. The all is not giving what I want.
Okay.
So it's not giving what I want. I'm coming. If total is greater than 50. Okay, let me do this way. If again, E5 is less than 50, return with if true, return with pass. So inverted comma passed. So if false, return with failed. Return with failed. Return with failed. So let's see. So now I have to do this again because it's telling me that this person failed this course, which is wrong. The total is telling me that this person failed this course, which is wrong. Because this is greater than what? Here is 50. So 50. So if you look at the condition, look at this formula. So let's say we need to write the formula again because what we did now is that we combine two statements and two ifs. I use two ifs in the condition. Now, using the two ifs in the condition, went ahead to check only for this. It didn't check for the other one, which means we can also do something. I'm coming. let's also
Can't
do it this way.
you can't
I'm co-
create the one after the other. Instead of this, I think this formula is too much.
it's okay.
It's too much.
See,
Probably
when you are,
just do, if this one is greater than this, then we do that one. We create another column, or it doesn't work that way.
it can't work that way. Is a program stuff. It
Okay.
must be it must be what? It must cover formulas. So formula must cover it. It's a
Yes, that's what I'm
sequence.
saying. I'm not saying popular. What I mean
Hey,
is,
look at Leia. Let's do what you said. Let's do what you said. You see now what you just said. Now let's do it. It will work initially. So I'm
it's
coming.
longer.
I want to, you know what you said it would work. We work. So when you are working with Excel, you need to go. If once you understand the complex part of it, your
Okay.
you will able to understand it more better. Because if I have done it like this now, it's simple. It's a simple valve. Look at it. Greater than 50. If
Okay.
this thing is greater than 50, comma, like the one we did last week,
Yeah.
re- return pass. Once it's true, return pass. It will work. It's up. Return failed.
No, AI.
Okay, sorry.
Failed. You know?
So return failed. Enter. Pass. If I do it like this, once I
Okay.
do it, to bring everybody answer immediately. It. This is
Okay.
it. This is
So you
immediately
don't
to
even,
bring the answer.
you don't even calculate the other ones again.
No, no, no. The thing is, we have told him that if this total here is more than 50, come with what? Pass. So Excel will have it in a structure that's okay. Anyway, I'm seeing something that is less than so when it's less than 50, look at this one, 29. 29 is less than 50. It come out with failed. So you don't out to 50. 41 is less than 50. Failed. Um this one too failed. So Excel will structure it based on the first thing you wrote, which is if the total is greater than 50. Now, we can also do it. Let's do the other way around.
Okay.
Let's do the other way around. So, this one will be somehow technical because we want to tell them Excel that, okay, if E50, E5 is less than 50, if E5 is less than 50, if E5 is less than 50, return with return with fail. When it's true, when it is E50, E5 is less than 50. So what do you think we can put there? We want to put that return with failed. And if it's not, return with pass. We want to switch it now. We want to switch it.
Okay.
So now we are switching it to less than. Then this will become failed. This will become pass. I'm coming. Become pass. This will become failed. So let's see what will happen. The same. Okay, return the same. When E50, E5 is less E5, they say they return the same thing. So let's just do it in a way whereby when it's less than 50, it will give us the same answer. When it's less than 50, return with failed. When it's true. When it's not,
Okay.
it not be pass. So these are the one that's not. You can see these are this one. These are failed, failed, failed. So
Yes.
you can you can do it anyhow. can do it. So can do it anyhow. So now conditional. Let's conditional format it. Can you mute the mic? Your mic, sir. So for now, let's conditional formatted it. Let's look at one of the things we can look at. Formatting the so you can see it. Format is the equal sign. You are looking for the pass. So pass means we are looking for other color. We want to just give it a color that we can maybe we like. So now this can be easily be spotted as okay. Oh, these are the past. These are people who pass the course. These are people who pass the course. So the number of failure can be easily determined. The number of failure can be easily determined. Let's say we want to look for failure. Let's say that fail this course. So let's put it good failures. Now these are failures. So people who fail this course is already obvious. So now you have showed me that as I'm opening your file, I'm seeing past. So I'm seeing failure. Even from this glance, I can tell you that there are a lot of students who pass this course. I can for real say, okay, there are a lot of students who pass this course already. So even without me need to go through it, with this eye, I was okay, this course, this economics course was passed by a majority of the students. While we have less students who fail this course, which is failed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 18 students, 6 failed. And from here, you can also look at the largest score of the student. Largest score of the student. The student who scored largest, the highest score for this is school. Highest score of the student. Highest score, lowest score, lowest score. I'm looking for the lowest score. That is the average score of the student. The average score of the student. So the number of students that failed. Number of students that failed. Number of failure. Number of students who pass. Now, so what are we doing now? How do you get the highest score? What is formula do you think we will use to get the highest score? You have idea? I've said it before. What the formula do you think we can use to get the highest score and the lowest score? What formula can we use? What formula can we use to get the highest score?
I don't know. I can't remember.
All right, no problem. Now, the formula you use to get the highest score is you're looking for the maximum. It's called the maximum. You're looking for the maximum.
Okay.
So you look for the equal sign, mass, the maximum, tab, then select the total column, the total. So the highest score is 98. The highest score is 98. So who was
Okay.
scored by?
Once I put math equals to math, then
Yes.
tab, then I will now highlight everything. If you give
Everything,
me
yes. Highest
the
score.
okay.
So the student that scored the highest
So
score
if I want to do
is
lowest, so I will do minimum. I mean.
yes, minimum to look for the person that scored the lowest among the students.
Okay.
The minimum of the students. That's the lowest score. The student that have the lowest score. So 29.
Okay.
So if you go through there, 29, this is John Felix have 29 in the old test. John Felix have 29 in the
Then
old test. John Felix. So why the highest is Rook 9? Scored 98 out of 100. So now then the average of the score, or they can say the mean score of the student. So look for the average of the student. The average. So the average score of the student. So let's see the average score of the student. So the average score of the student is 61, which is even good.
okay.
So the average score of the student is 61. Now
Okay.
we want to know the number of people, the student that failed the course.
Okay. Okay.
So
How do we do this?
how do we do it exactly? So we say count alphabet. Count alphabet. We want to know the number of people that fail it. 1 is part of it. We say comma is comma again. So
Okay, as you are pressing it, you'll be tapping it a bit. Tap.
yes, that we take it
Okay.
comma. I take this.
So we can't highlight everything together. Since
If
past
you
is
have
there, so it will contradict it.
because it will affect it. It will affect everything.
All right.
So
All right.
we have 7 students who fail this course. 7 students who fail this course. So the number of people that pass the course. And you can also do it in another way. Let's do it this way. I'm coming. Let go a
Yes.
little. Let go a little bit conventional. A little. Now count ifs. Count ifs. Coming. Clear the conditional rules. Count if the range criteria. So these are the range. Because this is alphabet. I don't think it will work, but let's go. Then the criteria is the criteria is failed. He said it's 6 people. Can you
I can't see where you are inputting it to. I can't see where you are inputting it to.
Go mute first.
Okay.
That thing is go mute first, please.
Okay.
So I go back again. This is a conditional statement now. He said, Cat3, you are the one that asked the question. Okay, Cat3 select everything and make the computer count the number of students for instead of me picking one by one. And that's okay. Let go professional a little bit. You know, there'll be a situation whereby you have a larger data set and you want to know how many, you want to count the number based on two conditions. Count ifs. We have count ifs when the condition is more than true. Now, since we have two conditions, we should just passed and failed. So I say equal sign, then count ifs, which is this tab. Range. The thing we ask you for range. Which range? We are looking at the range here. Look at them here. The students are this. These are remark. That's what we need. That's what we need. Then comma. So the criteria. We need the criteria. So the criteria is that help us to count the failed remark. The failed remark. Now, this is it. The failed remark is a character, is characteristic, is a character word remark which is pass or failed. So it has to be in an inverted comma. So this is it. Count if between the range of the remark, which is from F5 to F22, which is this side, and returned, what category am I coming back with? That's what the thing is asking you. What condition are you counting? At what condition should I count? That's what makes me to write failed. But we are looking for the number of students that failed the course. So he said, he now asked you, what criteria are you asking me to count? Which is counts for me failed remarks. Failed remarks. So when you press enter, it says 6 students failed the course. It says 6 students failed the course, which is correct based on what we counted earlier. It was 6. It says 6 students failed this course. Now, let's look at the number of students who passed the course. Number of students who passed the course. So number of students who passed the course. This is it. Count if you are not that say you asked me the question. So I'm now proving you that it can be done. So that's why we are here now. So count if we want to know the number of students that passed now. Now we select all the remarks, comma. So it's not asking you for the character, the criteria you are looking for. You can see it was criteria you are looking for that you want the thing to count for you. Now, you are telling this one now that, okay, count the past remark. The past remark. Count the past remark. Past. Past. So if I press enter, it should give us 12 because the numbers, so it's 12. So now, because look at the top, number of students here is 18. So in the end, we should be having 6 students pass. 6 students failed and 12 passed the course. From here, the school can, you can also look at the percentage of what? Percentage of failure and percentage of pass in the course. The percentage of failure, the percentage of failure, and percentage of pass of the course. Percentage of pass of the course. Now, we can look for, okay, maybe you have anything to say before we elaborate this work because it's becoming longer. Any question?
I'm still following you.
All right, no problem. So, we are looking for the number of courses, the number of failure now. Percentage, we are looking at percentage of failure. How do we get that? We say that, okay, equals that divide the number of failure by the number of students. So now I need to take it to what we called absolute referencing and relative reference. in Excel. Absolute referencing and relative referencing in Excel. So what does this mean? It means that conditionally, by default, Excel have what we call relative referencing, relative cell reference. By default, Excel have relative reference by default. What's relative reference? Relative reference means that the reference it depends on where you are writing your information on the Excel sheet or on the worksheet. It depends on where you are. You can write it anywhere. If I'm writing here now, sorry, let me cancel this one. If I'm putting something here now, it's relatively what? A reference, which is the reference here is M17, like what this thing is showing me here. The name of the you can see what they say. They said the name box M17, name box M15. I can go anywhere. It's relative. But when you are not doing an absolute referencing is where we need now. Because absolute referencing, we need the number of failure divided by the number of students. Number of failure divided by the number of students. Then we also need the number of past students divided by the number of students. Let's see what I'm saying. Let's try it. If it works, no problem. Then I'll not show you why if it doesn't work. Because Excel is powerful. I want to divide by the number of these students here. You get it? By the number of students here. Now it gives us 0.3333, which means that it works. And why does it work? Because it's a division, most likely. Because the reason why it works is because it's a division. If it's a multiplication, it might not work. Because that's cell.
Can you just do it? I can't see.
Is that one?
I can't see what you.
Okay. What I got now is I said this is the number of failure students divided by the total number of students will give us the percentage of failure. The percentage of failure. Number of students who failed divided by the number of students we have, which is 6 divided by 18, will give us 0.3. So we are converting this to percentage. So we have 33% of students who failed this course. Now we can do the percent of past students. You can also do that by saying 100 minus 333, which is they say something like this. You can say 100 minus this one here and press enter. Sorry, it's not doing what I want. So it's a 100%. Let's work minus this. So you see it give us the 7%. Or follow the guideline, which is saying that equals to the number of past students is 12 divided by the number of students, which is 18. The number of students is 18, which is this C2. If you press enter now, it gives us 67%. Now, this is a typical report, examination report for a particular course or subject. Now, without this you have done, the teacher or whoever is giving the report will know that the student's pass rate is above 50, which means that remarkably, by remark, this is satisfactory. So because I'm trying to do is like, okay, what are the things? So in this lesson today, we've looked at if and can't if and can't. We have looked at if. We have looked at can't if. We also look at what's it called? The mass and stuff. That's not the major. The major thing we have looked at today is if and can't if. And what is what we have done today. Now, what is now taking us to the cell referencing that I mentioned earlier, which is can't count, can't ifs, and can't. Now, let's do something. We have done with this one. We want to know, okay, maybe this.
Can I quickly ask one question? I think someone needs to be familiar with this formula very well before you can do it, so that you're able to get your answer very well.
Yes, you need to understand the formulas. You need to know when to use them. You need to know.
If I don't practice, I will not be able to know the formula, right? Or is there
If you don't
any way?
practice, you can't go around it. That's why the video is recorded. So you can be looking them again and again. You must have your. You must have a book. You must have a book that have your records sometimes. So when you go back, you're able to.
I can't download it, right?
What's that? The formulas.
Recording.
The record you can download it now. It's on your drive. Make sure you click on it. It's going to. I think it's going to your drive. I program it to go to your drive.
So because anytime I want to listen to it again, I'll just need to open my inbox.
It should be on your. It should be in your. It should be on your drive. You know the thing is larger. So Google
Okay.
what the Gmail is to do is to carry it into your drive. So when you need them, you go to the drive. I don't know if you are very conversant with your drive. Your drive should have it. The way I program it, your drive should have it. What's it?
Okay.
So today now we are able to look at the if. Now, once about like what you just asked now, you don't need to be worried about formula. Once you know one thing that is in demand of a analyst is that we are giving you this work. Now think, what am I going to do first? What am I expected to be what am I expected to be doing here? What is the data saying? You have to understand what the data is saying and know the direction you are taking data to so you can make a meaningful summation at the end. Now, you can't tell me otherwise. The thing is, if you look at this condition, you will find out that okay, even you yourself seeing this thing alone, you understand the whole concept of the teacher or the lecturer. You see that the highest score student here is 98, 29, lowest is 29, and the average is 69, and the pass rate, the percentage of pass students is 67%. So the lecturer has done a huge. He successfully done something good there. So when the remark will come from the board or something, they can put it here and say satisfactory, and the person is done with his whole work. So, and he has conditionally formatted the past student and the failed student. People who failed, people who passed. So, you have to you can do anything to your work. You can conditionally do your work the way you want. You can even go to what's it called? I think insert. Let me see what we can do to just add one or two flesh to this thing. Insert, is it insert? Am I coming here? Conditional formatting. I'm coming. So we want to look at the hair. Let's use database to look who pass more in the database. So now I think let's use the one that will give us more light. I think blue is better. So Let's use this color. So now, from here, look at the data bar I use from here. This formatting, conditional formatting. Look at the data bar I use. Now, from here alone, oh, the thing is 100%. Someone here is having 98. You can see that the bar is almost at the end of the what of the whole stuff. Why? From here alone, we can detect that someone is having a lower bar, showing that this person is having 20. Look at it. You can see the bar the person is having. See the bar. So with this alone, you have also passed a conditional information to me. Even though I'm not a good guy, I'm not a good data analyst guy. From the look of things, I've seen a lot already. I'm being overfilled with information that I needed. So I just conditional formatted this one now, which shows a lot of things to happen. Now, where I'm about to go earlier before I switch to this part is the format and cell referencing. Cell referencing. I taught this thing in the beginning of this class because you need to understand cell reference. We have two types of cell reference: relative and what? Absolute. Absolute cell reference. Absolute. Now, you want to ask me, what is absolute? What is relative? Relative cell reference is a normal Excel result. Like this one I'm clicking on now, I'm on K9. K, column K, row 9. That's relative. I can have any what? Column L, row 10. Relative. N12. Relative. But when I'm dealing with absolute cell reference, the whole thing changed. It changed. And what is changing the whole thing is that absolute cell reference system means that, in other words, means you are locking a cell. You lock a cell. In a layman explanation, it means you are locking the cell. So do this because sometimes, like this thing now, number of students is at this top. And I want to do number of students multiply by, let's say I want to multiply the number of students that do economics. Like total number of courses they pick. Like this student now, I want to know the number, like, okay, let's look at the grand total. Let's say, let's just form something. Grand total of subjects these people attended, of subjects they sat for. Now, so I want to say equals to 18. Look at it. Be looking up. Oh. Look it.
I'm sorry, please, please, before you do go to this, the way you brought out this percentage, the chart, can you just do it again? Just do it again. I just want to see how then you can just go back
to
that's now, the percentage something.
This one? This thing on red, Abby?
Yes. Okay. Just on
let's do, okay. Let's just do it with this bar. This, the bar says that no students here have to score 70%. That's it. 70% is a minimum. Yeah. So let's just undo this one. Now we have undo it. So conditional formatting, this is what we are. Give me the data bar. The data bar. This is data bars. This
conditional formatting, the data bar. Okay.
So you pick anyone you like. Solid fill, anyone. You can pick anyone of your choice. data bar, blue. Once you are clicking the same, will give you the. You'll be showing the sample already. It's showing you the sample. See it. So it's
Alright.
showing me the sample already. So anyhow you want it,
Alright.
so it should come up with it. So that is you can have zero, but you can also there are a lot of things you can do from the zero. Just an interesting part of it. You can also have what we called um the highest. You want be so we can do many things can be used. You can also look at you can also change this thing. Let's say we want to change this thing now. So that those who pass will be given a particular work coming icon set. Those who pass will be given this thing coming. Let's say because I need there's a formula we have to write there. So it's only two. This is have only two. I want three. Can't work. It's only two. I think we have pass, failed, and average now here. I think it will work. You go to icon set. Icon set too. We can use it. This thing now, you can change it to something else by having what's it called? Using the icon set. Saying okay, oh, people that pass, mark them. No, I'm not picking yet. Wait. So people that pass, mark them. People that fail, do it like this. You can do it this way too. You can go to either of these two. Because this is a class, this is an examination, it's an indicators, this person fail, or this one is undetermined. The middle one can be used as undetermined, but there's a condition you need to measure for it. You call it new rules. You can just say new rules. You will do new rules as you bring it. You can say it. New rules. You want to start another. So I don't want to go this deep yet. No, I don't not go deep. They are going to be.
Don't scatter my
So let me not go there again. So now back to our reference, our self-referencing, and our absolute and relative self-reference. Now, like I was saying earlier, we need to let's say we want to look at the numbers these students here at this top here by the number of courses they pick. So grand total of the student by the student numbers by courses or by subjects. Number of students by course or by subject. I'm just trying to perform something to prove this absolute. So now look at it. I say equals to. So I need to put something here. Sorry. Go back. Let's add a column to this thing. Let's add a column. Insert a column. Courses. The subjects taken. Subjects taken. Subject taken. Subject taken by the students. Subjects taken by the students. Let's just mention any subject they took. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 4, 6. Hey, sorry, this is already there. No, I don't want. Sorry. You think you're gonna be doing what I asked him to do that time?
I think it has reflected initially.
It was working for me now. I don't want. I'm gonna remove it. Clear rules. clear the rules, please. So, come let me know the rules. Now let's go back. So we have 5, 4. We are just forming something. So now, so this is it. This is what you're taking. You want to look at number of students by subject. Now, subject taking multiplied by the number of students. We're just trying to form something. So I don't think that thing is logical. Now I want to multiply CO, be looking something new. This by multiplying it with the subject the person took. Look at it. 18 times 5 from the top equals to 18. Now you know you now give us 90. Abi now? Hello?
Yes, yes,
Okay, let me drop down.
yes.
Let's see what will happen. See what the thing is telling us. When we drop down, see what it's telling us. It's giving us shaka shaka. That means telling us that 18 multiplied by 5 is 90. 18 times 4 should be possible now. Abi now? 8 times 4 should be possible. But it's not
Yes,
giving
should
us.
be possible.
But it's telling us is error. So that means there is something we have not done that should be done.
Yeah.
So now this is relative. What you do, let's go back, is that because this thing is at the top here, Excel will be multiplying them like this. Like this. Let's do it again. Let me show you what I'm
Okay.
saying. So let me do it again. I pick this one, right?
Yes.
I picked it. So now Alan said multiply this one by subject taken.
I,
Enter
yes.
90, Abby. So Excel will now
Yes.
be let me now drop them down. See, Excel is now multiplying it with the rows like that. Like that. It's saying you multiply this one by C2. Multiply the next one by C3. This and C3 is economics. Multiply the next one by C4, which is test, 30%. Multiply the next one by C5, which is 15. It's now giving us, when you get to the numbers, not again giving us figures. That's what Excel is doing. You only recognize the relative referencing at that figure. So that's what I did. But in the normal sense of circumstance, when you are picking this work, this one, you you press F4. You press F4. You press F4.
Okay.
So you have locked like Excel bros. Excel bros Excel. Only multiply everything in this column here, this subject again, by only number of students. By only the number of students. So let's multiply it. Let's see something first. Multiply it. Multiply by 5. It's equals to 90. Now let's see if it will give us rubbish. You see it now. Alpha. Do you see it? You're not talking now. Hello? Hello, can you hear me? I can't hear you if you can hear me. Maybe it's your network. Unmute your mic to talk. Can you hear me? Hello? Unmute your mic if you can hear me. I can't hear you. And you are talking. Maybe you should go out and come in back because I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Yes, I
Yeah, I
can hear
can hear
you. Can you
you.
hear me now?
Hey, I can hear you now.
Okay.
So, any question based on the Absolute reference?
I said, please, can you just do it again? Since the thing is taking us back to the C2. So you now did it again, but as at the time that you were doing it, that was when the connection went off.
Okay, so now this is it. We want to multiply only by LDs, not as they're telling us multiplying this one with us. As they only stick with this cell reference C2 and multiply it all through with this thing here. So we now said equals to C2. I click on C2 and I press F4 in my system. And it locked that point for me. You can see if you look at the top here, it's showing 18. It's already showing me 18. So I'll multiply it by subject taking 5, which is this one. And I say enter. You get me
Please, so
90.
please, what did you press? Please, what did you press again? What did you enter again? Oh, I can see dollar sign there. I think I was
And
seeing
that's a,
something like dollar sign.
yes, you have to see the dollar sign. Dollar sign is telling
Okay,
that you have locked this cell. Look at it. This
okay,
dollar
please do
sign
it
must
again.
this place.
Okay, okay, please do it again.
Okay. I said equals to, I want this to multiply by this column. So
Yes.
this column is this reference rather, cell reference is in relative reference. Relative reference means that Excel will multiply everybody from this place downward like that. Without anywhere you are multiplying it. So that way, that's the column you recognize like this. But we don't
Yes,
want
that
it.
is what he gave us the other time. So we don't want that.
We
Yes.
don't want that. We want Excel to stick with this cell C2. Stick. This is what I want you to multiply for me with all the subject takings. So how can I achieve that? I will lock that cell by pressing F4 on my system. F on my system will now bring the dollar sign. It said lock the column and lock the row. That's what it means. The dollar sign means lock the column and lock the row. You see it? Lock the column and lock the row. That means only stick with what is inside the cell C2. Multiply it by, you're multiplying it by the subject taking 5 and press enter. So if you press enter, you have 90. So if you're now going to check, you see, check the other function. It's only multiplying by C2. Everybody is only multiplied by C2. Check the next one. Multiply by C2. Sorry. Before you're going to do rubbish. So, I know say you should do anything, but avoid. So, it's multiplying it like that, like that, like that. Up to, you see I'm multiplying it. Look at it. So, but let's check something. Let's also check something. Look at what we got now. Then I'll see if you lock only the column. If we lock only, let's lock only the row instead of locking the row and the column. Let's see if it will work that way and give us the same answer. Let's see, because in everything you do, you go for the other way around. This will help you. So you click on this. We said give the dollar sign on the system to the row, which is row 2. Let me see my dollar sign on my system. Okay. See, I put the dollar sign only on row 2. That means don't go like this. Let's see if you give us the same answer. So because we are learning, give me 90. Let me now complete it. Does it change? Does it change it? It doesn't change. You see it? It doesn't change because you have locked the row. You can't go beyond C2 because he said C2, stay on C2. Let's not check the other way around too. Let's check the other way around, which is only locking the column. Locking only the column, which is C at the back of the C. Shift key. C multiplied by 5. 90. You see now. You see the difference. Can you see the difference? Oh, my laptop
Yes, I
is
can
down.
see.
You can see the difference. When I lock only the column, you see that the one at the back. You see go ahead and multiply them, leave it to be going 6. He said if he only leaves C, know what he's doing now. He said he's doing one funny thing. He said, okay, you want motor to stay on CRB. Okay, we are staying on CO, but we are not staying on C alone. We are changing C2. We are going to be 6. It's the only thing you want. You are going to C3. You are going to C4 because you don't lock. You didn't lock the roll. Before, when I lock the roll, it gave us the same answer based on locking the 2. So I locked the roll because I don't want it to be changing. That's why I locked the roll. So some cases too, you have to lock only the column. That's like you want the set to only multiply it, stay on this row and multiply everybody on this row. You can also do that too. So you'll be doing more of self-referencing at that space. So let's go back to our. So in this one, I lock only the column, which is don't go to C3, stay on C2. That's what the dollar sign is saying. Stay on C2. Don't go to C3, don't go to C4, don't go to C5. You are seeing the same color, so don't go to anywhere. So that's why it works for this. But you can also lock the 2, the column and the what and the row. So in some cases too, you have to lock the row, the column, which is the C, and let it be multiplying it. Like if you are doing multiplication table now, you need to lock the column, then it will be multiplying it one after the other. So any question before we stop here? Because I've been here since, and this laptop is about to die.
Yeah, I understand. The
So any
fact is,
question?
I just need to go and watch it again. You see this locking of a thing. Oh,
Is you are
I
not getting
didn't
it?
get it at all.
Yeah, okay,
Yes,
no
yes.
problem.
So, so I'll need
I
to go and
understand.
watch the video again. So
I understand. It's fine.
I will just go and watch it again because the
Let
login level
me.
everything. So I need to get the formula, then I will need to practice it on my system myself. That's
Yes,
when I can
you.
be able to get it.
Yes. And I will